Hey guys, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Todd Conklin, and I'm here to talk to you about 5 skills that you're gonna need to thrive in 2025. Look, I built our organization from 2 of us in the basement of our home to over $3 billion in sales. And one of the reasons that we were able to achieve that kind of meteoric success was because we really paid attention to being pros, and then we taught other people how to be exceptional pros. And that's what I'm gonna talk to you about today. So number 1 on my list is you gotta know what to say. Don't you gotta know what to say? Listen, we're in the business of communication, and while our clients may be or may not be great communicators, our job is to make sure that they're able to communicate with us and that we are able to communicate to them that we heard their challenge, that we have a solution for their challenge, offer up the solution of that challenge, and then help them make the best decision for them. That's called closing. That's called the sales cycle. The only way you can do that is to become an exceptional communicator. And in order to be exceptional at communication, you actually have to know what to say, you have to know when to say it, and you have to know how to say it. That's cadence, that's pauses, that's talking a little bit quieter to get the point across. That's the emotion that you have. It's all of the things, thermostats, thermometers, expressions, it's everything. So if you don't know, you don't know. So how do you know? Well, you study, you learn. The Lethal Book of Scripts for the Sales Warrior is exactly how you do it. And we'll include the link below in the description, but check it out. It's a great way for you to learn every script for every situation. And look, a lot of people shy away from scripts. Don't be that person. Pros, no. You learn the script, you learn the go-to play, and then you make it yours. You make it yours, right? You got to pour yourself into it. But in order for you to be able to do that, you first need to learn it, okay? So make sure you study scripts, make sure you become a pro. Number 2 on my list is how do you price properties? Pricing strategy is everything. And look, there's a lot of real estate agents that are out there that are basically going on listing appointments. Many of them have never even seen the property, and they're going out there basically coming out with what they call a comparative market analysis that gives maybe a range or a price point for that property. Y'all, don't do that. You're literally going to win or lose the listing based on the number that you've provided rather than asking the right questions. Not all sellers have the same motivation. If I have a seller that needs to be gone tomorrow and they need to be on with their life, well then you're going to price the property in accordance with that. If I've got a seller on the other hand that's like, look man, I got a year, I don't need to sell, I've got some things that I'd like to do, but only if, well then that pricing strategy is going to be different. The skill that you need to really lean into is a 3-step process or a 3-layered pricing strategy. The first one would be sort of that needle in the haystack. I call that the ambitious strategy. What that is understanding what the market might be saying about the property today. And we say, hey, well, what would that look like? What would it mean for us to get a crazy price for it? That would be ambitious. Now, we all know that the seller needs to be aware that, hey, look, the higher the price goes, the fewer eyeballs, the fewer potential buyers. So it might take some time. We might need to do some special advertising. We're really looking for that needle in a haystack. The second one is going to be the observed pricing. The observed pricing is just that. Based on the market data, based on the stats that we have available to us today, maybe the last 60, 90 days, what would those numbers say that the price could be, should be today? What would be a fair market value for the property in today's market? We're gonna look at a lot of the past data. We're also gonna look at what are we competing with, what are we likely to compete with over the next 30, 60 days. Obviously, timing means everything. If the client needs to be gone tomorrow, but properties are staying on the market for 58 days, well, then the observed pricing may not work. You follow what I'm saying now? So we're looking at the observed. What is the observed, and does that meet what the client needs out of their service from you? And then the last one would be the awareness. How do we create the most awareness for the property to build the highest level of demand, sell the property quickly in the shortest amount of time, and get the right terms within that time constraint. So this is somebody that's like, hey, look, I gotta go. I gotta get on to the next phase of my life. What are we gonna do? Well, I would probably take the observed pricing and I might drop it down so that I meet whatever like that benchmark is. Maybe it's 10%, maybe it's 5%, or maybe you're at a number where it's like, hey, listen, the prices at observed pricing is 450, but I know that people are looking at the 400 or below or 400 and above, so I'm gonna hit it at 399. The idea here is that you've got buyers that are in the market that are going, oh my gosh, did you see this house? Did you see that price? We gotta go see it. We gotta go see it right now. There's something wrong. Like, what's wrong with that house? So you build the greatest level of demand. If you will approach your sellers understanding first that you need to understand what it is that they want out of this, how much time they have, what terms they have, what their motivation is for selling the property, and then giving them 3 different choices, you will no longer be competing for the listing based on what your valuation is. Instead, you'll be educating the consumer and helping them to make the best decision for them, and you'll get more listings, you'll get better listings, and you'll have happier clients. Hey guys, sorry for the interruption. I'm gonna get you right back to the video, but most of you know me as a real estate broker, or maybe somebody who's built and scaled one of the fastest growing sales organizations in the country. What you may not know is that I also work with other sales professionals and leaders that are looking to grow and scale their businesses and just live badass lives. The one place that I have everybody start, the very first spot, is the lethal scripts for the sales warrior. I'm gonna give you one for free today just so that you can get a little taste of what it is that we're doing out there. So click on the link below, we'll send you the information, and let's get back to the video. The number 3 skill that you're gonna need to thrive in 2025 is managing your time. Y'all, they're not making any more of this time, okay? It's 1,440 minutes for you, for me, your neighbor, everybody. What you do at that time matters. If you spend all of your time doing $10 an hour work, you can't expect to make $100 an hour. So how you manage the chunks of space will dictate how much money you make. If you follow the proven process of people that came before you that made and succeeded in the way that you want to succeed with the amount of money that you want to make, well, guess what? Success leaves clues, and that's one of the clues, and is how they manage their time. If you will follow the 250K calendar, guess what? It's proven to help you make $250,000. I'll include that link below. If you've got something in there that you do that really is magical when it comes to your calendar, comment below. We want to hear about it, right? Maybe we can make our 250K calendar a 500K calendar, right? But make sure you manage your time. Number 4, show up to the office. Y'all, I don't know what it is about showing up to the office. Is it the sales meetings? Is it the floor time? Is it just being in proximity to other professionals? Whatever it is, the data is in, then the data don't lie. People that show up to the office 3 or more times every single week make 204% more money. If you want a 204% raise and you are currently not going to the office 3 or more times, well, that's a real easy one. Show up, get yourself into the right rooms, participate with the sales meetings, learn what's going on, pay attention to what other people are doing that are having success, and you will make 2025 your best year ever. And number 5 is always be learning every day. It's called ABLE, and it's ABLE for a reason. It makes you able to make a ton of money and make 2025 the year that you thrive. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the Sales Warrior Academy. Those sales warriors that are engaged in the program, engaged in the community, on average, increase their business in 2024 by 113.6%. Yeah, you can tell I love data. That's how we measure success. So in a market where the market actually went down in most places, these agents defied the market and actually increased their business. If that's what you're looking for, if you are looking to not survive, you are looking to thrive in 2025, you've got to listen to new marketing, new mindset, and you got to get around some new people. That's the Sales Warrior Academy. Click the link below. No issues. Click the link below, register. You have access to hundreds of hours of training, everything from the most basic, I'm going to launch my business, to the luxury space, to, hey, I just want to get to $500,000 in income. It's got everything from fitness and finance and family. It's got the whole thing all in one place. By the way, when you're part of the Sales Warrior Academy community, you also get access to 4 live calls with me every single month. Look, if you liked this video, give me a like, subscribe to the channel. I want to hear what you have to say. Please comment below and I will see you on the next video. All right, guys, well, I was gonna wrap it up, but since you guys stayed, I'm gonna give you a little bonus content. Did you know that the average person spends 3.5 hours every single day on social media? Is that crazy? Guess what? You know what they say, meet them where they're at? If all the fish are on social media, isn't that where you should cast your lure? That's exactly right. Y'all, there's some tips, there's some tricks, but here's the thing. You have to actually do it. And those people that are looking for you, well, they want to see, well, you. They want to hear you. They like the way you look. They like the way you sound, and they like you. So let them, right? Meet them where they're at. You're going to shoot some videos. My recommendation is that you just, over the course of a week, look, write down every question you get from anybody that you run into that's talking about real estate. What is going on with the interest rates? Hey, I heard my neighbor down, are the prices going up? Are they going down? I heard whatever. Write it all down, and then you can just literally batch content. You can sit down and in 1 hour, you could create 10 videos. Think about this. In 1 hour, 10 videos ranging from 3 to 5 minutes, just answering questions that you got from people all week long that you already answered. And you would just simply say, hey, so I got a lot of questions about what's going on with the inventory. And yes, inventory is up. The buyers are doing this, the sellers are doing that. That's it. That's all you have to do. So batch the content, sit down, crank them all out, and then straight from a program like Opus, you can literally schedule your postings. So one day you're scheduling all of your postings, and it goes out over the course of the week, and you are literally throwing bait right into the pond where all the fish are swimming. That sounds great. Hey, pro tip, when you get this really going and you start to get some juice, hire yourself a videographer, somebody that can do this all for you. They'll elevate your game. They understand the metrics. They're doing the tracking and the measuring, and they can turn that sort of organic authority into real powerful influence. There's your pro tip. See you next video.